As a crafter, how do you organize your time when you have large orders? Because there's so many things you can do in a day. And also some tips like the growing your business, taking more control of your orders, because you know what? You can get overwhelmed when things are a lot. So tonight I am going to be continuing. I'm doing some party favors, doing the shoebox party favors, and I just talk about how I do them. And this is just a chatting and crafting bar as night. So that is what I'm here doing for us tonight. Working on a large order. If you have any questions or anything, just drop them in the chat. So that is what I am doing. And I like this SVG, the same SVG that I sell is the same one that I use for customers too as well. So it's no different. And I've sort of been harping this word, like a lot of people are people that are getting into crafting, whether for personal use, just for fun, or to sell. Especially if you want to sell, really make sure you're charging the right price. And one key thing, especially for large orders, if you are a crafter, the best way for me, or you will lose it if to get these things done ahead of time. Like this is a order of 50, and it's due to the customer by December 3rd. And plus with everything else in the holidays, make sure you do your items. If you have, just a crafter's tip, just make sure you get everything done beforehand, because it's not a good feeling last minute trying to do this. Just have everything. I batch everything, and the reason why I batch things, it just, for me, it makes things smoother and it goes quicker. And what I mean far as quicker, like far as I get the shoebox assembled, and then we do put the vinyl on top. And that's what we do. And just knowing the file, you just get so involved in it, and you're just moving. I use the Advanced Tape Glider. Take my time in the end. In the end. And that's what I do. And one thing about the crafting business is so many types of products you can create. I think this is royal blue. It looks royal blue is one of them funny colors. It has yeah, it is royal blue. It has a hint of purple in it. That's one of the things you learn as a paper crafter about colors and stuff. If it's a color that you're unsure of, or the customer verbally says, hey, I want this color, and you're unsure, send them a picture of it and let them sign off on it. You do that, you'll avoid any issues. Now, I do, or create a color chart. That's one of the things I do. Or do you have a color chart? On certain products, I have a color chart. It's always a good thing. And then you put the disclaimer you know, listen.
It's funny. It looks like different colors on the different kind. You got the. We're on TikTok on the iPhone where that box looks more purple, and we're on YouTube on the iPad where it actually looks more blue. So even the camera picks up a little differences.
For that. So here. Ooh. Now this is one I will have to get my scoring. I'll do that later. Now sometimes, because I know I was having an issue with one of my Cricuts, it didn't give me a nice score. So I'll put that aside. I'll manually have to score that. And I know a lot, some people that hand cut out stuff, they'll use this.
Lovecrafts LLC just joined on the TikTok. Said, "Hey, Leslie, Mike, and fellow crafters."
Hey, Lovecraft. As we are getting ready for this Black Friday sale, it's so many things. I can't wait to showcase some of the SVGs and images and templates that you guys will get. And some items will be for commercial use, so you can use them honestly, to use for your business, to help you get started. And guys, I'm wrapping up. I mean, we done did the centerpiece order. This is as far as the product order. I don't do too many physical products. I think that may change. I like doing physical items, but most of them is like bulk, and I get them in and I do them because it's just a lot of online. But it depends. And a lot of people want to do things themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this is the stuff behind the scenes that we'll have to do that one. People don't see. And like for this, you can't really see, but I can, and I'm really anal. One of my, I think the collaboration for one of my Cricuts, it was the scoring was messing up. I don't know what was going on. I think I said the other day I need to put in a call for the Cricut. However, it only one side of the paper. The cardstock, I'll just have to put score lines on it. And I collaborated and everything. I think it's a software issue, and it's updated because Cricut now forces update. You can't bypass it, so that's not the case. My goal is, and I'll see, by Monday we have this ready to ship out. Way before, because I got other stuff to do. Or, actually, depending on, I may put this aside. Thursday, I'll be creating something special, so you won't be seeing this. That's just the start to kick off the official Black Friday sale. So I'll give you guys a sneak peek. and you get your pointed. That's one of the things. These shoebox party favorites, they are very versatile. Actually, one of my favorite, and also the Dome Cup party favorite too. I like them all. It depends on, but this one is very versatile. Put it here. And then also with the time, with the adhesive, like if I'm, Michael's good at this, like, this is like one of my favorite friends, but I'll let him do that. But we go through this because we want to get all the, you make adhesives and stuff. I call them little snot boogers or something. Because this rolls. That's a double-sided tape thing. Oh, man. I may have to do this one over. And this one does not pass. I messed up on the bottom. Or did I? Can it be fixed? Yes, it can. I have to say. This here, so when it's one where I'm unsure, because I do a quality inspection, I take pride in my work, and if it's just one thing, just off even for me, this bent a little here, but this should be fine with the label, but I'll have to see, it's bothering me, and that's just me. If it doesn't even meet, I want my customer to be happy.
Question, what size cardstock are you using?
To cut these out, I use a 12 by 12. And you got to think about this. You see how long, this is longer. I don't have my ruler, but I use a 12 by 12. It actually almost asks for more, but you have to manipulate,
There's a ruler on here.
manipulate your Cricut. A lot of times, like Cricut hacks to get around. Sometimes Cricut, that's one of the things. They'll tell you, oh, this is the right size paper. I'm like, I can fit more images and stuff on there. But this is 12 by 12.
And Love Jones asks, what are you making?
I am making shoebox party favors. I am working on a big order. I got 50 of these to do. And 4 different shades of blue. So,
So this is from an SVG file, and it comes in 2 pieces, and you're assembling them right now.
yeah, so I can go, and this file is really easy, guys. Just go from end to end. And I like to pre-assemble. I pre-fold all of my SVG. Anything that has a score line.
Nancy says, it's like playing Tetris.
Have I played that game? I've heard of it.
When the different shapes come down, and you line them up, and
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know. They have so many games. I'm not one. Mm-hmm. Now, when you're doing it, when you start, if you have like a big order, always get enough cardstock, depending on, especially if it's colors that I don't have. I'll just get enough just in case I make a mistake. But I'm telling you, take your time. One of the things that I see, I can tell when people just don't take their time. And what I'm talking about as far as managing your time, because people will pay you for doing this. This is a $460 order, and people will pay. Now, some people might say, I'm not paying that for 50 shoe boxes, because they're equating this and putting associating this is cardstock, and in their mind, paper. No, this isn't paper. This is cardstock. First of all, I can't get this blue. I had to order this. This is a baby blue. Even this, and this is smooth cardstock. Some weights are 80 pounds, and I can't get that. And also, then I'm going to have the logo on top of it. And you want a label. You want it to look as original as possible. So you got to equate far as your time, because one, you got to cut out all the pieces. You can do that. You got to, cut out all the pieces. And if you have one cutting machine, whether it's Cricut, Silhouette, or Brother, it's going to take you a moment. Even if, we have the Cameo 24 by 24. Even if I was to put, that's only going to hold, what, 4 12 by 12s, and it's still got to go all the way down the bottom. Sometimes it's just better, it's not out of convenience. It's just easier just to turn on all my cutting machines and put everybody to work, because it's less than a minute to cut, and then you got to take it off. So you got to think about it. Say, for example, less than a minute per thing, and you're putting cardstock on the mat. And I'm really into, especially for business people or just people making the right decision and feel comfortable when you say, this is my cost. So think about this. Each piece is a 12 by 12. So if I'm doing 50 and you need 2 pieces to make one complete set, we're already at, where we're at, so 50, we're already close to 2 hours, and you might make a mistake of cutting.
So Nancy likes to know, which cutting machine do you prefer using?
Nancy, I use the Cricut. I have the Silhouette, but I got that for bigger ones, but I like the Explorer too. Now, you can get, I know they have the Explorer 4, Explorer 4, I think on that. I have the Maker, and I haven't been impressed. I know it has more features, but for me, Nancy, I need you to work. It doesn't matter if you're new if you don't work. I've had more issues than when I'm cutting and moving. I can't depend on it. It would stop cutting in the middle of a cut. So right now, unless Cricut gives me a free machine to test, or if I catch them on sale, like I purchased a new one this year, but I went into Michael's, it was the Explorer 2. It was real cheap. It was like $149. I was like, okay. And I didn't care, because I just needed the cut. I'm not getting into, speed means what? It's not even 60 seconds. The cut. I'm just hypothetically 60 seconds versus 40 seconds, 45. I have other machines, so no, I don't get into all the hype. But if you're just starting, yeah, get something. Cricut's very user friendly. I guess people would say you're Team Cricut because I have more Cricut machines. And then you get into the rhythm. And I use this advanced double-sided tape. It's really strong. You don't have to put a lot down. That's one thing about this. You just have to get used to using this. And that's one thing about, as far as this business, even though it's beyond party decor, people are always celebrating. I mean, this business, I'm not going to say far as like total recession proof, but people are always celebrating. It doesn't matter. Something, people are always having babies. Just like death. Now we celebrate. I mean, people have parties. They're making keepsakes for funerals and stuff. So it's so many things you can get into, as far as that you could sell. Now this one, my score lines didn't show up that much, but I can. Let's take our time.
Is that dispenser strictly for double-sided tape?
Yeah. Now they probably sell one-sided tape because they do have. Now they do say the package says double-sided. However, we have been duped into getting some that they've sold. It was single, but yes. I mean, that works. This is the only way for me, a double-sided tape, to do this project. I mean, if somebody else does it another way, I'm not going to put a strip of hot glue on this. That's just not going to work for me. I mean, unless you're really good at keeping that glue gun straight, you don't want glue to be thick and bubble up. So this is the best thing. Now, this is one thing also about cardstock. Just teaching on here, because I flipped this cardstock to another side, and this is one of the things. So certain cardstocks, like this is a Royal Blue, and like what it's made out of, and you just start, the more you craft, the more you know. And I pulled this and it was pulling up, so it's like the finishing. That's why a lot of cardstock that has like embossing or special things on it, be careful with the adhesive you use. Just know it, certain things. And I noticed that it just pulled, because this is no joke. There is no room for error with this tape. If you make a mistake, maybe if you have pressed real tight, then you might as well, I mean, unless you just get lucky, it's going to rip the paper. So that's why I just say, take your time, and this is what you put in for your cost. What is, say if it took you, what's 5 minutes times 50, Michael? How many in hours? That's what?
What are you trying to say? 5 minutes times
50 in hours. Oh.
5 minutes times 50 is 250 minutes.
That's what.
And divided by 60. Just over 4 hours.
So, and that's someone going fast. Just the so say if you take 5 minutes to put this together, so, and you have 50 of these, so that's 4 hours. That's just a symbol. Then you have to put the top on.
Lovecraft said Walmart has Cricut 3 machine for $179.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay, whoever was asking, go to Wally World. Be careful. Don't go on Black Friday. They had crazy. That's a good deal. I wish I could find, you see on like, well, I've seen it on other social media platforms. And I've seen where they say, oh, I got this for $100. I'm like, I want to walk in and catch a sale like that. Now, I will say in my local, and only one time, and I posted it last year, and I didn't need it, but it was something I just couldn't resist. At our local Goodwill, somebody had a bunch of crafting stuff, so I got all these embossing folders, a embossing machine. I got it for like $10, and I didn't need that, but I was like, look, either A, the person didn't want to craft anymore, or somebody threw out somebody crafting stuff by mistake, and they're coming back to get it. And I got it. But yes. Yeah, go ahead and get the Maker 3. Does anybody have the Cricut 4? And if you do you like it? I know we got some Silhouette users. And do you use all the features on your Cricut other than cutting out? Do anybody use the embossing feature, the engraving feature on your Cricut? That's what really I would sit and tell you if you're just starting out what you want to do. Some of the stuff is really great, but most people, if you're just cutting out or if you're making t-shirts or vinyl, and I mean, that stuff changes. I mean, and that's another whole entity, using vinyl to cut out, Some people, that's for the birds, as they say. Man. And this is one thing. I know what machine did this.
People have posting sales on I guess TikTok, that don't exist. Not sure what that means.
Oh, that don't exist for Cricut
I'm guessing, yeah.
product.
They're saying people have posting sales on TikTok that don't exist.
Okay. Well, I'm a Cricut affiliate. I have some affiliate stuff for that Black Friday, so my stuff, their stuff exists. I'm an official affiliate with them, so I'll see what they have. They very rarely with their machines. Now, the stuff I like is like their mats and stuff when they go on sale, but you got to get them. Like, if I post, you better go and grab them, like, immediately. But I'll see what they have for Black Friday on that. But you have to, like, immediately get it. Like, one time they had mats, and I mean, I got a bunch of them, but once they only have a limit. You got to get it. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna wait later. You got to get it, like, because once it's gone, it's gone. And same as Silhouette, because that's how I get all my stuff when they have a sale. So I'll have to look out for that, but I'm glad somebody said that, so Mike will have to remind me on that. Sometimes I'll be forgetting. I'm not affiliated with certain people, and I took them off my main, but I know since a lot of people are asking in the holiday, I have to post that up. But when they have sales, the machines, they don't do any sales on, unless it's something they're discontinuing or something. But I'm going to sit and say, whatever they have, if it's something you want, you better grab it. And saying that, on our site, we have a pre-Black Friday sale. All digital downloads and SVGs are on sale for 50% off.
Lovecraft says Walmart stores in Richmond, Virginia have them. Limited stock, but the sale is true. I checked it out.
Oh, okay. Yep, so you gotta But I look sometimes. Another one like I've seen on social media, like some people go to. I mean, I don't go into the stores and shops. I just went into Target after years. Um, People catch sales at different places, so if you catch them, if you can. But for me, if I see it, if you get a good sale, I am looking for stuff for me for Black Friday, but I can't really sit and say from a crafter perspective what I'm looking for. Actually, it's been put a DTF printer. That will be the next. That will be our next big purchase. I mean, we have two laser engravers, but we received those. But the one that I want to get and use, I need that outside. You really, with the laser engraver, you definitely need ventilation on this, and the big one that I want. And it's not really a big deal. That's why I really don't get into it, but I'm moving more into from the I'm still gonna always do paper crafting, but I really am liking the laser engraver. I want to start more acrylic and doing the centerpieces out of acrylic. So I have some stuff that we're creating. So I'm pretty excited about that. So where I can take what I do in paper craft over to acrylic and making centerpieces and stuff. So I'm pretty excited. So that's what I'm looking for, is a DTF printer. And guys, as long as we get ahead of this, like you say, like 4 hours straight, I'm gonna do this until I have 6, and I'm gonna call it an evening. We will be back on tomorrow, and Thursday we will have a surprise. And I won't deal with this because I'll get on my nerves. Man, this is one of the ones. That's one Cricut, really. This is one where I would like to knock on the door at the CEO of Cricut and say, your machine. So yeah, over the year, I just don't get tied to the machine, whoever I'm saying it, because especially with the custom orders, and you don't start with purchasing 5 machines. You build up because the business demanded that. I could do it quicker. I could do orders quicker, and that's why I have 5 machines. Not because a new one came in. 3 of my machines are the same. It wasn't because of a new one and I wanted to get the newest one. It was because of the demand of the business needed that. And I didn't go look. I didn't even care about that because at the time I'm 100% of how I am. I'm looking at the costs on it. I'm pretty sure when I got the 2 Explorers, there was a higher model. I didn't think. I just needed like a worker. I needed somebody to work, and that's how I talk to me. My machines like we ready to go. Somebody probably like, you know what? I got this big order. My orders are consistent in this volume to accommodate that, and I need another machine. That's it. Now, I will say one thing about Cricut with their customer service and stuff. If your machine is not as far as working and stuff, even if it's out of warranty and stuff, they will give you another machine. Maybe one of those repurposed machines, but they will. So, I mean, as far as I'm saying, I work too hard for things. You know, it's not dropped on the floor. I use it. I learned how to use it. So, I have the updates. So especially if it's stuff that a problem and they can't even fix it. Like, I don't know. They're like, would you just take another machine? I'm like, sure, but you gotta call. And that's what I do.
Nancy said, "What? I've heard other people say their customer service is horrible."
I mean, yeah, it can. You can be online. Like Nancy, I still have an order ticket that I refuse to close. However, it depends on. I've gotten a refurbished machine from them. Like, hey, you're gonna recreate the issue, but okay. Let me say this far as one of the things, Nancy, and this is maybe just a cheat. Like, if you don't know, my day job as far as other job is IT. So like a lot of testing. So usually with Cricut, you probably get a level 1 helper to help you when you call them and they can't fix it. They send it up like to another level help desk. So then you start getting into people that's more technical, because the first person reading through a handbook, do this, do that, and it still don't work. Okay, let me send this up. For me, because I'm used to that for people, I would sit until you start recreating the issue. Take screenshots, take your snipping tool, saying, oh, this is what it does. Because they want to know, hey, when I do XYZ, this is what happens, or this doesn't happen. And this issue still occurs. Like, I had Cricut mess up one of my best files that I created. And it changed, and I refused to. I'm like, fix it. And it's still open. And
So don't hesitate to escalate the case. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, don't hesitate. You can. I know I do. And I'll give them everything. I've had them where they were like, oh, no, videotape. Yes, I've sent them videotapes of the issue. Like I said, some of these machines you paid full price, $300 for, and that thing don't work. I had my Old Faithful. I don't even know how much, but that one I'm scared to even clean it. And it has a lot of adhesive on it. I mean, she works now. She's not doing no print and cut. Her eyes not like they used to be. But she will cut. And she's not good for intricate cuts. But when we got to work on, she moving. And that's how I be talking about. Like, she go. That maker, pretty. But she can't do nothing. She give me the blues. Ain't nothing like you in the middle of a project and it stops cutting. Really, like, stop. It messes up your card stock, everything. That's money. Wasted. Wasted. I'm telling you, that machine and different ones in between my files, I said, if I had to see it a couple times and I'd be working them long nights, working, and the stuff don't work, because your customer or whatever you're working on, they don't want to hear your machine. Is acting up. They for sure don't. I mean, it's like today. It was what was it Cloudflare? If some people, I don't know, some people had issues with Canva. I know chat. You couldn't get on the internet. Say you didn't put all your stuff in Canva and you working. Things happen. Now mobile, it was acting fine. But your desktop, you couldn't do nothing on Canva. Actually, I don't even know on that one. Or chat. So it was widespread outage. And I'm prayerfully with this. I only got one more roll and two. I hope I don't need this. These are the things you got to put in with cost. So for this, to do 50, like I said, 2 packs of these basically. And these are, I mean, I got them on sale at Amazon, but at Michael's they $16. So when people ask, I'm going to equate, I got a funny as I close out on the last one. I don't know if I have any Southerners listening to this. I'm old school, and some people, the young, y'all might say, ew. Like chitlins. My family's from there in South Carolina. They eat pork. Everything from the rooter to the tutor. My grandmother, I can cook anything Southern, slow cooked food. So chitlins is usually a holiday, like either Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's not something that you eat all year long. And like now how we eat, if people eat collard greens, for those that don't know, people that look for as collard greens, we growing up, we didn't eat them until after the first frost. Because they were, you know, my family is farmers. I don't know if anyone's seen, I've shown the shack that my great-grandfather, who was a sharecropper, he raised children and the things that he did and farm. And I never complain about life because I know that man went through so much. But like with chitlins, like work, and people sell them now. And I know how to clean them and stuff, but the work. So I have family members, most of them are no longer here. For Thanksgiving and stuff, for the amount of the family, they would start cleaning those things or different things like in the summer and then freeze them because it took so long. So I don't know why I'm equating that far as with crafts, but I'm just saying this stuff takes long. Stick to your prices because you know how long it takes for it to do. So hopefully y'all see where I'm going somewhere with that, because one of the things I'm most proud of for the Black Friday is start a party decor business in 7 days. This thing is packed, and once I created it, it's been well, it's all done. It was one of the ones like I would get this. Like me, I'll look at stuff, I mean like instantly. Because I'm always thinking like, okay, how can I benefit? And issues has pricing, what to do, how to brand, what products you should start. It's really good. And just like anything, when you are on the last thing, you want to get real happy. But I knew not to press down. And I am done. And guys, because I am, and this may look good to you, and it might be okay. No, this is fine. No, this may not meet my inspection. So I am done. I will talk to everybody tomorrow. But remember, you know, easiest party favors, one of the most versatile is the shoebox one, so you can grab your template. And also make sure as far as for pricing. And I will see everyone tomorrow.